All right, let's start off the watch list video for Thursday, July 27th by telling Corporal Klinger, thanks to Donald Trump, he can finally come home. I'm sorry, that was funny to me. Real quick, we're going to start with our webinar reminder. It's tomorrow night. Please be there if you can. We're going to talk basically about what it takes to day trade for a living. And I actually tweeted something today. I'm clicking around to see if I can find it real quick while I'm babbling. Basically, I said, life won't allow you the luxury to be a day trader, ? And then I said all caps, bull something. Anyway, I don't want to cuss in the video, but come to our webinar tomorrow. Because I think I can hopefully debunk most people telling me that they can't day trade for a living because of this or that or this in their life. When you hear my story, I'm hoping it'll inspire some of you to realize that you can do anything you want to do. All right, let's go switch over to my equity curve from July 20th till now. That's after I reset my account back to 30,000. And I think I've had 4 or 5 losing trades, but each green dot, and this line represents all the trades I've taken since from July 20th till now. Also, as you guys know, I hate to go into this every time. I feel like I should, though. Yeah, I've always got to realize when I make a video that somebody could be seeing one of my videos for the first time. So real quick, because I don't want to ever seem like I'm being deceptive, this is my equity curve from January 1st till July 19th. You can see I didn't destroy my account by any stretch, but I had 2 days where I had kind of a nasty drawdown on my account. At least for me, they were nasty. And so what I did was I said, I've got to put my own back against the wall and make myself trade the way I know how. And I've been kind of gambling lately and trading the sub $1 stocks, which I never do. And I think those maybe played a role too, because I really wasn't sure how many shares I had to have of those, and they weren't as liquid as I thought, and so on. So I've already left those alone again. But anyway, long story short, I had a really nice equity curve going on, even with this drawdown, which is normal for most traders. But after this day, I went ahead and took my account back down to 30,000, which is what I started the year with, because I wanted to put my back against the wall and make sure I could trade the way I know how. So since then, that's why I start over with this is that was July 19th. This is July 20th, and all my trades since then. And you can see I've gotten my act together. So I highly recommend that. Put your back against the wall. Withdraw take a bunch of money out of your account. And on a bright note, you can go shopping or something with the money, pay off bills, whatever. So that's what I did, and I'm trading pretty well since then. You can see the SPY, just 2 extremely narrow ranges. It's, summertime trading. We had FOMC, and it's just I don't know. It's not a lot of action, but there is money to be made in the mornings. So let me go into my watch list for Thursday. By the way, I'm gonna have the link to register for that webinar in the description of this video, because I think it's going to be our best webinar yet. I say that because I'm really passionate about trading for a living and what a great life it is, without pictures of me standing in front of a Ferrari, because I don't ever want to put that image out. Plus, I don't have a Ferrari or Lamborghini or anything like that. But I haven't been forthcoming enough, I don't think, about what a great life it is. And so I'm looking to be a little bit more inspirational. And again, I'm going to tell my story, and then Wayne and I are going to go into what it takes, basically the recipe that you need to become a professional day trader. So I think it's going to be good because I'm very passionate about it. So I'm really looking forward to it. So the list I have for Thursday is Domino's DPZ. You can't see it on here, but because I don't have the 200 on this chart, but I'll bring over. I have a small version of the daily chart. I suppose I could make it big, and you can see the 200 day. It's gotten there in a hurry in 2 sessions, very close to the 200 day. So potential bounce watch on Domino's DPZ tomorrow. It's a pretty good setup for a snapback rally. ZN now down to the 20 day. No trades in it today. This is a small low priced oil and gas play. I think oil kind of breaking out to the upside out of this recent range. So. And I'm not saying ZN follows oil every day, but this has had a huge move, and then a nice little secondary move, and now 4 days down into the 20-day. It's a pretty good setup for a bounce tomorrow, so I want to watch that one. APRN, this one's a little weird, but it gapped up when several I think brokerages came out and said that they gave this thing price targets of like 11 or something, and they just said it was a buy down here. You can see it's a recent IPO, and it had a nice pop that day, and then since now 2 days down, back near recent lows. I think it's a decent setup for a bounce tomorrow. Remember, I'm a day trader, so I'm just looking for trades tomorrow. I'm not calling any of these an investment. I hope you understand that. So that's APRN on Bounce Watch. Fuel Cell, a big volume today. They came out with good news. I did catch one trade in this today, and then it ended up at the end of the day kind of tanking, but it also had a nice bounce. Anyway, because of the volume and because they had good news, I want to watch that. Maybe we get a red to green or something like that in tomorrow and get a nice little trade. GNCA was on Bounce Watch today. I called it in chat. I gave out the trigger to buy and stop ahead of time. And there I've zoomed in to show you exactly what it looks like in the room. GSP, that's me. You can see the timestamp 11:19. My idea, 595 entry, 585 stop. And that ended up being a decent little trade. I'll show you what it looked like. About like this. All right, and I called it, what did I say again? 595, 585. Right there it hit, yeah, right there was the trigger, right there, 595. Ended up getting a nice pop over 620 and then a kind of secondary wave. So it's a decent low risk call. And because it held up pretty well and because it's made a big move, and I wanted it to come in because look, it looked kind of toppy after the big gap, or the gap up and then the rally and then another gap up. It needed to come in. Maybe today's little early sell-off satisfied that, and I have it on long watch for tomorrow. KTOV. This is sort of, what do you call this? A sleeper pick. 303,000 shares. What a trade today. But it's kind of interesting. I talked about it, I think, in last night's video. Over 210, 212 area. You had this big spike here, lower high, but it's kind of building and coiling. So if it can get up to this area, it might take off. I'm not in love with this one. It's a lower volume stock, but I think it's worth watching. ARWR, nice pop today on a little bit of extra volume, and I think it's worth watching tomorrow for a possible follow-through. BNED, that doesn't feel right. I think I meant to put BKS, the other Barnes & Noble. That is, let me fix that in my notes right now because I knew that chart didn't look good. BKS had this breakout yesterday and then kind of a quiet inside day pullback today. It held the $8 area. Maybe this turns and goes again tomorrow, so it's kind of on a watch for a third day play. I would remind you that is a nickel spreader. Not in love with those, but it's on watch. AEZS got a kind of a, I guess you call it spinning top doji candle. I'm not sure what you call it. I don't memorize these candle names, but I like the little bottoming tail, and it closed slightly above its open. This, it did hit the 8-day, so I think it's worth watching for a potential long tomorrow, but only with a proper intraday setup. And lastly, I have TEAR, which ripped and is extremely coiled, right? Lower highs, higher lows. This is going to break one way or another one of these days. Certainly looks interesting over 3 tomorrow. We will also add some gappers in the pre-market and hopefully catch some nice trades tomorrow. Again, hope to see you all tomorrow night. Look in the description to this video if you're not on our email list. The link to register for the webinar tomorrow night will be in the description on YouTube. All right, have a great night. We'll see you guys tomorrow.